Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we'll be talking about my top 3 summer bass fishing lures. Today we'll be giving tips on them, teaching you how to rig them if you don't know yet, and just giving tips for you beginners out there wanting to learn how to catch more and bigger bass this summer. If you find it enjoyable or learn something from this video, make sure to share it to somebody who could use it, and also leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's get right into the list. Number 1 on my list, guys, will be the Texas rig. I know this isn't a lure, but I mean, you really can't do a summer bass fishing video without including the Texas rig. Right here we got a Texas rig. It is a Strike King Rage Bug. This is green pumpkin color. We have a 3/16 blue tungsten bullet weight, or flipping weight, and we got a peg right there with a little bobber stop. We also have a 3/0 Gamakatsu hook right there. And yeah, I have this on 70-pound fluoro on a Lewis Mock Pro. As you can, this is my favorite rod I have. I use it all the time. It's a really good rod. I have a video on that too if you want to go see that. But yeah, this is definitely number 1 lure for me in the summer. You can just use it so many different ways, so many different times, and just literally everything you do, you can catch a fish on this. You can really, if you really wanted to, you can drag it across the top of the water. You can bounce off the bottom. You can retrieve it fast to the middle of the water column. You can do whatever you want with it, and it still catches fish. But yeah, there's tons of different things you can put on a Texas rig. I just had the Rage Bug on to show you for this first one, because this is definitely one of the first thing I think about when I go to Texas rig in the summer. Bandito Bug, basically the same thing as the Rage Bug. You got the Kraken Craw, the Rage Craw. And especially in the later summer months when it gets hotter and hotter, you can go offshore and fish big worms and stuff. I'll be showing you one in a second here, but yeah, Texas rig definitely number 1. I wanted to elaborate on the Texas rig a little more, just to show you how, like what else you can throw on it just other than a creature bait or a craw bait. So here we got, I'll show you, the Zoom Old Monster. I think this is, I couldn't tell you the exact measurements because I don't know what this one is. But this is watermelon candy. It's a perfect color for clear water. I mean, you can also throw it in dark water, but it's a perfect color for clear water. Big old worm with a nice ribbon tail in the end there, as you can see. This is really good for chucking it offshore, off of rocky points and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll put it on actually, so you can see how, it's a very big profile bait, even though it's pretty skinny. But yeah, this is definitely a all-time great summer lure. You can just throw it, not just summer, but like in summer, this is really good. Texas rigged guy up right here. There we go. Yeah, I've been Texas rigged. For this guy, you're probably gonna want to use a little heavier than what I have on here. I got 3/16 ounce bullet weight, but you're probably gonna want to use, I don't know, ½ ounce. And if you're going super deep, you obviously want to use heavier than that. But yeah, this guy, craws, bugs like I have here, basically really anything works on a Texas rig, and that is definitely a great option for summer. Alrighty guys, number 2 on my list, we have the chatterbait. This is actually the Strike King Thunder Cricket, but it really doesn't matter what kind you're throwing. They all work in my opinion. And yeah, this is ½ ounce green pumpkin. This regular old green pumpkin. This is actually on the more pricey end of chatterbaits. This one right here was actually 13 bucks, which is really expensive for chatterbaits. But I mean, you can get a Z-Man original one for like $3 in the Bass Pro bins that are for sale and stuff. But yeah, but also if you want like a nicer, higher quality one, you can go for this guy. But yeah, number 2 on my list, this guy, because it's a great lure for summer when there's weeds or vegetation or rocks, stumps, grass, wood, branches, twigs, doesn't matter what it is, this thing will catch fish and all that. Especially grass. You want to try to find the top of the grass line, your lakes, rivers, ponds, whatever, and bring it over top of the grass, and sometimes even let it sink down in there. And then whenever you rip it out of the grass with your rod, you're definitely gonna get a bunch of reaction bites from big fish hanging down in there. This is a great way to cover water fast in the summer and just get a bunch of big bass and a bunch of bass in general. So yeah, number 2 on my list, the chatterbait. Alrighty guys, number 3 on my list, and the final lure we'll be talking about today will be the Topwater Frog. We actually have the Strike King popping perch here, and we also have just the regular Googan Squad, just filthy frog right here. 2 different types of frogs, but they definitely both work in these hot summer months. These guys, you're definitely gonna want to throw them, obviously you're topwater, you're gonna want to throw them around weeds, lily pads, branches, stuff like that, stuff that shade in the summers, definitely where bass are gonna be hanging out, but especially thick vegetation. Those fish are going underneath there to hide from the sun. You're gonna wanna throw these guys around that stuff. Relatively, this guy is much more weedless than the popping version, because I mean the cup mouth is always gonna be a little easier to stick weeds in there, but both ones are very weedless. There's this one's Strike King, or so that one bends down, and this one's Goog, and I've caught tons of fish on this Goog one. This is my first time actually getting a Strike King one, but I've used other Strike King ones in the past. But yeah, so this guy's great. I have him on a Mach 1 by Lose. It is a 7:5:1 gear ratio. We have the Goog Squad muscle rod here, and we have 30-pound braid. I would like to have a little heavier, but it's what I had, so I obviously put it on there just so I could use it. And yeah, this is definitely top 3 for me in the summer months. There's a bunch of baits I wish I could add it today, like crank baits and I don't know, just spinner baits, stuff like that. But those top 3 were definitely the ones I would recommend for you guys who are trying to get out there and just catch as many bass as you can. These might not catch the biggest ones, but they'll definitely catch you a ton of fish. So thank you guys for watching today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.